All right, we are on air. Now I just gotta reload this and see when it comes up. There we go. All right, we are live. We don't have any viewers yet, but welcome to the live stream, Stealth Outdoors TV, and our guest today is Carmen Peluso. How are you, Carmen?
Good. What's going on, guys? Or guy and
Guys and girls, whoever's viewing. So the topic today is spawn time bass fishing tips, and we're both in the Pittsburgh area, and we love fishing.
yeah. It's more of an obsession, not a hobby. It's a bad drug. But it's the Pittsburgh area is tough to deal with the spawn because you're there. It's hard to get them on beds here. In sight fishing in our dirty, stingy water. But like I was in Mosquito Lake this weekend, and you could tell they were on beds, but you just couldn't see them. Reaction deal, something to flip. My 1-2 punch was a green pumpkin chatterbait, and then Christy crawl and a watermelon candy. If you look way back in that corner over there, there's a whole row of them. Or it's actually right there at the bottom.
Yeah.
That's a deal to me. I flutters, and it causes a pretty good bite. Anytime you're tournament fishing, adapting is adapting is a big part of the program. Sometimes your pattern that you find in practice isn't, exactly what you want it to be. So learning how to change it, on the fly is a big deal.
And a little bit of background, when did you start fishing?
Well, I started fishing when I was real young. My mom and dad would take me. But I started competitive fishing back in 2000 when I got out of the military. And I've been hooked ever since.
Nice, nice. What branch of military were you in?
I was in the Army.
All right, that's awesome. Thank you for your service.
I appreciate it, buddy.
We also have a few actually I'm trying to see if I can see the where is it here? It's Heroes on the Water. Are you familiar with that?
Heroes on the Water.
Yes.
I've heard of it. I don't know exactly what it is.
Okay. Well, I'll message you the schedule whenever I get it, but I'm gonna be working with them a few times up at I think Pine Tuning Lake and a few other lakes around the area. They do things for the veterans, get them out in the water and help them out. So
be pleased to help out with that and whatever I can do.
All right, yeah, I'll get that to you. Let's see here. We have 2 watching. Hi guys.
Hello viewers.
Bass Fishing Productions said, "Hey, what's up, guys?" And Genuine Outdoors said, "Hey, brother, stop fighting fish TV." So, if you watch YouTube a lot, there's this guy named Fighting Fish, and I guess he's from Toronto or something. But I guess he's being like a real jerk to like people on here. But I don't know. What's your opinion of that?
In the bass fishing world, it's a dog eat dog business. I mean, I wouldn't take it. I would take it as a grain of salt. I'd actually take it as a compliment that you're a threat to him. Stealth Outdoors TV. I wouldn't worry about it too much.
Yeah, I guess he's been treating his subscribers like crap though. So
yeah, well, there's nothing you can truly do about it. I mean, it is what it is. Tell them not to unsubscribe or not follow him. You know, you got to remember, everybody's a critic in this sport. Everybody's looking at you one way or another, on or off the water, and it is what it is.
Yeah, I definitely understand that. But I haven't had that many haters yet. But I'm sure when my channel grows, I'll deal with them accordingly. So.
Yeah.
Bass Fishing Production said, Steve, if you haven't seen my video uh, of him, you have to. I have seen your video, Bass Fishing Production. It was very well done. If I could share it on my channel, I would, but I'll pass the word, So I guess that dude lost like 60 subs since the video, but I mean, call him out, you know what I mean? As long as you grow, that's all that matters. You worry about yourself though. Let me turn this on mute. So, if you guys have questions, please ask. So have you pre-fished any tournaments yet, Carmen, or anything like that?
I practiced for Mosquito, and then we had the tournament this week. Thought I had a good bag. I ended up coming in 8th. Douglas Lake for that super regional tournament Friday. I'll practice Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and then tournaments Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It's gonna be a long week, when you're practicing, you just try to use your head and not stick fish. You never want to set the hook like this. Just doing the right thing. Fish care, preparation. Have all your tackle ready. Have what you need there so you don't have to run out and buy it. That happens more often than none when you get to a tournament, when you're several hundred miles away, where you need to run to, a gander mountain or a field and stream or a bass, pick something up. At Douglas Lake, I feel very prepared. I got some really good pre-practice stuff off the water. Truck is loaded, and we'll see what happens. I mean, it's a funny kind of lake. You can catch them deep, you can catch them shallow. So I mean, who knows? Some of them will still probably be on beds or starting to stage out, and who knows? I don't like fishing deep, that's for sure.
Yeah, I haven't fished any main lakes recently. I kind of got to I have to get my engine worked on. But other than that, whenever I get the engine worked on, I definitely feel the need to take it on a few lakes around, where I live, like Keystone, Power Dam, and Little Hannah. Definitely rip some lips.
Oh, for sure. Anytime you get on the water, more knowledge, whether you're fishing a pond in your backyard or going to Erie. I mean, anytime you're out there, you can learn something. The way you fish the channel, the way you fish the dredge, the way you fish the drop off, every day is different. Every cast is a fingerprint. No two casts are the exact same. And just try to build off each other. That's the way I do it.
Definitely. And, that's the thing with fishing, you're always gaining knowledge. And like you said, it's never the same as it was the day before. Things change, water temperatures change, clouds, all that stuff. Also, I do have a question. Do you read the moon, by the way, like the moon phases, and does that affect fishing?
It does, to a certain extent. I'm a firm believer when they say it's a full moon. They are out eating. They are out filling their bellies. That's if it's clear. If it's cloudy, that full moon, the moon phase, to me means nothing. You still got to go catch them. You still got to figure out how to catch them. whether they're, fat and full or not. Uh, you got to, like I said, you live every day and you go from there.
Definitely, definitely. Because in my Lucky Tackle box where they have I want to call it the Dibbles Digest, but I don't think that's what it's called. I think that's MTB. But the pamphlet they have the book that comes with it. In the end, they always have like the lunar phases and the times and the best days to go fishing.
I think it all has to do with barometric pressure. I don't think it has anything to do with, moon phases. I mean, obviously some days are better than others, but, it's just trending fish. They're going to be eating one day, they're going to be full the next, they're going to be eating the day after. It is what it is.
Yeah. All right. Let's see here. Bass Fishing Production asked what your favorite topwater lure is.
My favorite topwater lure. There's a bunch. My absolute favorite would probably be some kind of buzzbait. Because you're constantly throwing and reeling. I like throwing a spook and I like throwing a popper. I hate fishing a frog. I absolutely hate it. To me, fishing a frog is boring as all get out. I mean, it's exciting. They blow up, yeah, like third cast and have 3 blow up behind it and not catch one of them.
See, I like frogs. I haven't had much luck on buzzbaits because I use a Zoom horny toads and I crush them. Every time I get blow up, I just wait like 1, 2, 3 Mississippi and I just whack them.
Yeah, I mean that's fine. You got to remember though, in a tournament situation, when you get that blow up, you're pulling the trigger, and does that? I mean, do I do that when on a top water bite? Do you wait to see your line jump? Absolutely. But the horny toad's a lot like a buzzbait. I mean, you're constantly throwing and reeling, reel 3 seconds real fast, let it pause, and then do it again, or you know. So I mean, that's my opinion on it. I mean, everybody has their strong points. My strong points is flipping a jig, as you could tell when you saw me flipping at the sports expo. I mean, I could put it anywhere. Anytime I'm in 3-4 foot of water or shallower and I have a jig, I feel I could put 5 in a boat fairly quickly. And you can any big name. I mean, you look at Van Dam or Iconelli and those guys, no matter what, there's always a jig tied on their boat. And that's where I'd rather be.
Yeah, definitely. When I was talking to Ishman Rowe, he was telling me about the big papa that he has out, and he also likes to use missile baits.
Yeah, I mean, Missile makes a good product. John Cruz and those guys, they make actually a fantastic product. I actually use a soft plastic called Hotfish Baits. You can find all those at hotfish.com or hotfishpro.com. Tom Malaki, he makes probably the best flipping baits out there. I mean, his crawls, his thumpers, his the gator back crawl, his Senkos, they're all fantastic. I actually have every one of them in my boat right now, or I would show you guys some. But make sure you check out Hotfish Pro. He, Tom, he hand pours them all time. His texture is fantastic. Baits are adorable, and I love them.
Now, are they salted also?
Yeah, he does salt them, but he uses a special garlic salt mix, and he mixes the salt in the batter, in the plastic batter, so it's an infused salt. So it's a pretty cool deal.
That's awesome. Definitely awesome. Let's see here. Nice Minnesota Golden Gopher shirt. That's where I want to go to college in a few years. Yeah, I'm a big hockey fan, so gotta have. I'm usually wearing hockey Reebok hats because my friend Shane hooks me up with some hats. Let's see here. Genuine Outdoors 02. Can I get a shout out? Hey, what's up, Genuine Outdoors? Um, if you guys have any questions, let me know. Um, Also, Carmen, when you're looking for a soft plastic bait, say a flipping bait, what are the key features that you look for in a bait?
Different, sometimes you wanted, my opinion is the bigger the bait, the slower the fall. Um, Sometimes you want that bait to get on the bottom quick, precise. You flip it in there and it goes straight, boom. That's why I like the Christie crawl. When it got to be, more precision, it got to drop in. If you want that slower fall, anything with a wider profile. There's some baits you just can't go wrong with. I mean, like I said, I'm using all Hotfish pro baits. Um, Fantastic hand pourers, but they don't make exactly the bodies that I like. I mean, the Berkeley Chigger Crawl, that's you can never go wrong with a Chigger Crawl or a Reaction Innovation Sweet Beaver, something like that. Would be my go-to. I mean, color wise, you try to, like, my favorite Reaction Innovation is a Magic Crawl Swirl. That's a swirl. That's a green pumpkin baby blue deal, um, and that's what I throw often. Um,
Now, do you throw any? Let's see here. Berkeley, like these?
that's a Havoc. That's a Pit Boss.
Yes.
Yeah, I have several thousand of those.
Now,
Um,
what are your favorite colors in that, though?
like I said, it all depends on what you're fishing. I mean, obviously a June bug or a black and blue is always good, or a green pumpkin. Um, you try to simplify deals. Like, I'm heading to Douglas Lake. There's a secret color out there, and I won't announce that until our next show or until I get back. But the three main colors, or two main colors, green pumpkin and black and blue. You can catch fish all over America with those two colors.
Yeah, that's definitely. I like black and blue, but I really like it's like a Louisiana bug, I think called. It's like purple with green fleck.
That look For me, that color looks like a June bug.
Maybe it is June bug, but it works. I like it. It's
Mm-hmm.
definitely a pretty bait, and I think the fish like it too. Favorite color Cinco and favorite way to rig your Cincos.
Oh, well, my favorite color, Sango, believe it or not, is bubble. It's different. They like it, and I like to throw it on a flick shake. Let me go see if I have any hanging up. If you guys don't know it, it's a little bead head with a one-odd hook
I think your
on the.
camera's off. There it is. Okay.
Yeah, I'm looking for something for you guys to show you what I'm talking about. Like, probably like a split shot, clamped to a one-odd hook. And that's just the way I like to throw wacky rig with that little bit of weight.
Now, what hook? You said, or what hook do you use?
Um, it's I use all VMC hooks,
Okay.
but it's the flick shake.
Um, so let's see here. I like wacky rigging. That's also my favorite type of you know, summertime bass fishing
Mm-hmm.
type, I guess, style to throw. I've really never Texas rigged a Senko before till like 2 days ago, and I caught 30 fish on it.
It's a good bait. I mean, a Senko is always good to have tied up.
Yeah. All right, let's see here. My friend's wondering what the title's called, so I'm gonna take a picture of this and there we go. Let's see here. What we don't have any questions, but when you're pre-fishing a tournament, and with it being so difficult around here, hang on here. Hello? What's up? I'll call you back in like 20 minutes. Or I'll call you back in like an hour. I'll call you back in an hour. Oh, grandparents, man, they drive me nuts. But when you're pre-fishing a tournament, and you find a bed, what do you do when you want to catch a fish on a bed?
During practice?
Or like during a tournament, if you see a fish on a bed, like what's your motive to catch that fish?
Whatever gets it to bite. I'll flip to it. I'll try to throw a reaction bait to it, or something to get it right in front of it, get it pissed off. That's usually when they eat it.
So like you said that the company that you use, they have a bunch of plastics that they have out. So I'm definitely gonna check that out, and I'm gonna put them in the description on the video also. So
that'd be great.
Let's see here. So you also are a part of Slambo Lures, right?
Yeah.
And can you talk a little bit about Slambo Lures and their products?
Slambo makes the spinnerbait. They make a really good spinnerbait, actually. And, they make a really. Do I have any hanging up? Nope, they're all packed away too. They make a good spinnerbait. That Magnum Willow and Dakota Blade. It's hard to beat it. It turns a lot of vibration, and that's what you do. That's your main thing when you're throwing a spinnerbait, is to get that bait thumping and trigger that fish to eat it.
Yeah, I can't wait to use mine, and they have such a different style blade with it. I can't wait to use it. So. And you guys also have actually, I think I shared the website on my, I think 3 live streams ago, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, but I shared the website and I showed them all about the different products you and Brandon have, and it's a great company. So if you guys are looking for some new baits, check out Slambo Lures. The link will also be in the description, and I'm also going to share it on my Stealth Outdoors TV Facebook page. So check that out when you get the chance. Now, when you're flipping a bait, do you use a bigger bait or a smaller bait?
It all depends where I'm at, and what I want that day. Obviously, it is true the matter. Most of the time, bigger bait, bigger fish. Sometimes you need a smaller profile. Easy meal. I've caught some of the biggest fish of my life on the smallest baits, and same thing with a big bait. It all depends on the moment.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see here. Genuine Outdoors said jerkbait or crankbait.
That's a loaded question. It all depends, once again, on how you're fishing. If you're looking for more of a reaction style bite and the water's cold, obviously a jerkbait, because you can leave it in the area and then make it flutter away. If you're looking to bang stuff and get them, to get the reaction bite after deflections, crankbait is definitely the way to go.
Yeah, I never threw hard baits until this this spring, actually, because I had such a good time with those Zoom horny toads and those Cincos last year, and I was crushing them. Like, it was insane. But those are private ponds. But this year I started throwing lipless crankbaits, and man, I've had a hell of a lot of success with them.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you're gonna get bites. It's hard to bait on.
Yeah. Now, what are your favorite lipless crankbaits that you use?
The red eye shad is just tough to beat. I mean, that or the Excalibur, the one knocker.
Hmm.
Um, that would be my deal.
Yeah, I have a bunch of KVD sexy shads and the lipless, and man, I like the quarter ounce because in the ponds, you can bang them off rocks off the bottom because some of the ponds I fish aren't, they're like super shallow, so and they work, they're awesome. I also use those jawbone all silver ones. They're like $3. Being a budget fisherman, the less you spend, and it's better. So
Mm-hmm.
not spending like $10 on a crankbait that gets snagged, and then you're out $10.
Like like that whole rack
Yeah,
or that whole rack.
exactly.
But yeah, it is what it is.
I see you have some suffix back there. Is that your favorite line?
Well, I fish Seagar mostly, but Suffolk's I like their monofilament.
Hmm.
Um, you know, that's just what I use for mono when I'm throwing a top water bait.
And that's the only time you use mono is on top water.
Mm-hmm.
You don't use braid.
No, unless I'm throwing, and I'll use a copolymer when it comes time for cranking, because you want when you're cranking you want a little bit of stretch and a little bit softer, so when you're fighting that fish, your line's not tearing from them as hard.
Yeah, I like I always used to fish mono until I used the the P line, and I like the P line, and I plan on getting some suffix eventually, um, because the P line is actually fluorocarbon, and that's it's a copolymer. What happened here? Well, I don't know what Carmen went, but he will be back. Hopefully, he joins again. Um, let's see here. Genuine Outdoors. No, I have not seen your latest video. I will check it out after the live stream. Is that a store? That's actually Carmen's garage, believe it or not. And he's an awesome dude. Hopefully he joins back soon. Let's see here. Send him the link again. Just click the link. So anyways, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. It's Wednesday, the April 27th, and today was a good day. I went out actually and went fishing for a little bit. And I only caught like about 4 fish, but they were on beds, and you have to really, really agitate these fish to catch them. And being in the Pittsburgh area, the weather is just insane. It was 75 degrees like what 2 days ago. Now it's like in the 60s. Like it's absolutely insane. I think we have a cold front coming over, and yeah, so I've been getting out there. I haven't been posting many videos recently. I had the LTB um, on the LTB April video, but I deleted it. I think I can do better on that video, so that will be up probably this weekend. And definitely subscribe to the channel, and more is coming your way. That's for sure. I have some big plans for this channel. Doing a lot of trips. So ton of trips this summer, ton of trips this spring. Gonna be vlogging it, getting a bunch of content out for you guys, and it's gonna be awesome. And I can't wait till this channel grows. And I want you to come along with me. I might even do some day in the life stuff. My daily life, going to school and stuff. School's been going all right. It's almost finals week. My last day is February 16th. My last day is March 16th. So, whenever that comes around, I'll be a little bit freer. School's still kicking my butt. And, I can't wait till finals are over because, transferring to Pitt, Maine, University of Pittsburgh, and I'm definitely excited for that. I currently went to, community college the last 3 years, so, get some classes to transfer to a 4-year college, and, it's cheaper on the pocketbook. Yeah, that's what I was saying, Genuine Outdoors. My last class is in March 16th. That's final week, and then I'll be free. I definitely plan on going up to Ohio, New York. Definitely traveling around a lot this summer. It's going to be awesome. Take the boat many places. I have a 1955 Alumacraft with a 9.9 on it. Get on some of the smaller lakes that are limited horsepower. Was I saying March? I think I was saying March. What I meant is May. January, February, March, April, May. Yeah, May. So May 16th, not March 16th. My apologies. Bass Fishing Productions said, kicking their bass sub to me today. That's awesome, dude. Hopefully I could get more content out eventually. Once the school's over with this on the 16th, I'll be good, and I'll be doing videos like non-stop. So, and I also plan on doing more live streams, so definitely gonna be doing that. Let's see here what happened here. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. Hopefully Carmen comes back. So, what are your favorite springtime baits? I'd like to hear from you guys. Spawn baits. Carmen said his phone died. Genuine Outdoors. Yeah, I'll send you the link. Hang on here. And if you guys want to join the link, I'm going to copy this, by the way. So, let's see if this works here. If you guys want to join the live stream, just click that link in the comments section and join. Bass Fishing Productions, if you want to join, just click that link. Hopefully, get a few more people on. That'd be cool. So I was out and about today. Went to Oak Hollow Park, which is a little local park, and was throwing around this Havoc. It's I think like Louisiana bug or June bug or something like that. Purple, blue fleck. Man, it was working. These bass, you throw it on a bed with a 1/8 ounce weight, bullet weight sinker, Texas rig with a. I usually use an Eagle Claw 4/0 laser sharp. Those are my favorite hooks because they're so thin. Sometimes it's good to have a thicker hook, but I usually use those with my Zoom Horny Toads also. So they're very strong and they're very lightweight and they're very thin. I like that. So, I was throwing those on with this and it was working fabulously, getting bites, pitching it right to the bass. Even if you hit him in the tail a few times, if you just got to agitate these bass to where like they just eat your bait. They just chomp your bait because they can't resist it. They get so mad that they just can't not eat it. They can't ignore it. But I will post that video probably like later next week or the week after. I got some awesome content on some bass chasing bluegills from the bed. I don't know if you'd be able to see it, but you can see bluegills all around, and these bass were just chasing them. It was the craziest thing. Also, I clicked the I posted the link in the description here. So let's see here. Let's see here. Genuine Outdoors. Send me a message on here. There we go. Send me a message on Google Hangouts. It should let you join, hopefully. That'd be cool. I guess I should put the shades on since that's what I do. I think that's my thing for this channel, change hats, change the shades, always, have style. So let's see here. Carmen said his phone died, so if you guys have any questions, please ask away. I'd like to, definitely get some questions. I'm also doing a giveaway at 250 subscribers, so if you are watching this video, smash that subscribe button. More content's coming to you. So one thing I noticed about spawn time, especially in here in Pittsburgh, is we have a lot of dirty water. Water isn't very clear here. 5-6 feet visibility max, and I noticed like I see a lot of bass up in the shallows, and we actually just had a cold front come in, so I use amber tint glasses, which lets me see through the water, and I couldn't do without those sunglasses because the way the tint is, and they are polarized also, it helps me see right through the water, and that's how I see most of my bass, which these aren't. These are just regular tint, and definitely glasses help for sure. Especially in this time of year when they're on beds and they're up in the shallows, having the right sunglasses is number one and definitely key. I never go out fishing without a pair of sunglasses, and especially a hat, because you gotta cover your eyes and you gotta be on the look for them bass. And what's cool is when you see them on a bed, you see a big female or a big male, and and then they're chasing off bluegill. Man, it's awesome. It's definitely a sight to see. And like I stated previously, that I have some awesome video of that coming out. So I will definitely get that out to you guys soon. I'm gonna add someone real quick. Let's see here. G. Jen. So definitely sunglasses help. You want whatever suits you, whatever style. There's so many styles, and there's Oakley's, there's all these big name brands. And the ones I use are literally $3 from where are they from? Gabriel Brothers. I use them. They're like they're the brown ones I usually wear. Some biker company, something like that. But they're $3. That's what I use. I have two pair of them, and I see directly in the water. They're polarized, and I plan on getting a pair of Strike King sunglasses or Oakley's eventually. You know, so that's going to be awesome when I get those. Hey, what's up, Genuine Outdoors?
Right.
What's up, man? How's the fishing been?
Good.
That's good, dude. That's good. Where are you from again?
Maryland.
Maryland. That's right. That's right. Isn't one rod, one reel from there?
Yeah,
You ever fish with them?
I've tried.
You've tried? I was actually gonna get Leo from Extreme Philly Fishing. But he had to work this week, so he couldn't come to town. But I definitely plan on going out there to Philly. I actually have family in Philly, so I'll definitely be doing videos out there for sure this summer. What good lakes are around there in Maryland?
I'm not really sure. I usually go for ponds and creeks and stuff.
Yeah, definitely, dude, definitely. I'm a big pond angler. Definitely, I love ponds because, especially now when the big lakes don't heat up as fast as the ponds. The ponds heat up, the bass are ready to bite, and dude, crushing them.
Lady Bass said, haha, oh, Maryland is right by me. Where are you exactly?
She's up in Canada. Lady Bass, do you want to join? I'd like to get a few people on here. Hopefully, my friend comes back, Carmen. Also, the links will be in the description on all the websites and on my Facebook page, Stealth Outdoors TV. So definitely check that out if you guys are watching.
Oh, great.
So how was your day? Did you get some fishing done today?
No, I had to go to school.
Nice, nice. I had school today too, and then I went fishing afterwards. I was talking on the stream before. I got some awesome video of these bass chasing bluegill on beds. I don't know how well it turns out on the camera since it doesn't have the amber tint, but dude, through my sunglasses, man, you can like see them so clear in this water. It's so nuts.
It's cool.
It's definitely awesome. Lady Beth said, I can't. Not changing the name. No, I don't think so. I definitely think I'm gonna stick with Stealth Outdoors TV. So, if anybody has an issue with that, just let me know.
See me, fools.
So, what's your favorite springtime bait? Genuine.
I would have to say, I don't know what it's called, but it's a jerk bait. I have it somewhere, but my tackle box is down there. I'm not gonna go get it, but I've used it a bunch of times, and I've caught a lot of bass on there. I've actually caught some perch on it.
Yeah, I've yet to catch a perch. This one lake actually got drained, and it's actually like it's super low, and you can see all these bass everywhere. I plan on going there tomorrow, possibly in the morning, and throwing around a jerk bait. And there's some big smallmouth in there. Like I'm talking like 10-pound smallmouth.
You should get a video of that.
I will. I definitely will. I plan on taking a GoPro tomorrow. I'm actually charging the batteries right now. It's gonna be epic, dude. It's definitely gonna be a sight to see. And there's some big walleye in there also. So
I just put a fishing video up. Let me just get to my channel. I don't know if you can see that. The top one.
yeah, definitely see it. That's awesome, dude. What's it called?
Freshwater fishing.
Good title. Good title. I like that title. Yeah, I had the LTB unboxing, but it was like a live stream and it was like 22 minutes long, and it wasn't my best work. I just wanted to get something out, but I want to have good quality. That's the main thing with this channel. Having good quality.
That's how you get subscribers.
Exactly, and I got a bunch of dislikes on the video, and it was a half-assed effort, and I learned my lesson. Always have quality stuff, so I plan on redoing that video and uploading it very, very soon. So stay tuned for that. And we got some awesome stuff with the LTB this month. Um, Definitely some awesome stuff. So stay tuned for that if you're on my channel. Hey, Genuine, what's your favorite spawn bait, like bed fishing bait?
I have to say a Cinco, because like you can get right down in there, and you just pop up, get right in front of their face, and catch their attention.
Hmm.
So I'd have to go with a Cinco.
Yeah. No, do you throw a weightless or what?
I throw like with a bullet weight,
Yeah.
like put it on top of it, and then have like resting on the hook, and then like you see like one rod doing and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Like a Texas rig.
Yeah,
Nice.
I've tried Wacky Rig, and it was kind of hard to set up, but it actually caught a few fish.
Yeah, I like using those VMC wacky hooks, but the only issue when I'm wacky rigging with those hooks is sometimes it gets them in the gut. I also use those rubber bands, those O-rings, and they save a bunch of Cincos all the time because when the fish is they grab it, they could grab a side of it and pull the side out or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They don't always get the hook. So I plan on actually changing to a EWG hook and see how that goes, and hopefully that changes maybe the hookup ratio instead of them buying a corner of it and swimming with it, and setting the hook and not getting a fish and losing a Cinco to like getting them to chomp the hook since it's a bigger hook.
Yeah, I really don't know why Cinco's are so expensive.
Oh, they're not that bad.
Like Gary Yamamoto stuff.
Yeah, well, I don't use Gary Yamamoto. I like Yums. Yums work
Yeah, Yum Dinger.
just as good. I usually use the 5-inch and green pumpkin and candy apple and watermelon and all those. I like black and blue also. That's my favorite. Um, and I just they're made just as good as Yum Dinger or just as good as Gary Yamamoto's. So. I actually have this pack. It's like a 12-inch Yum Dinger, or maybe it's a 7. I don't know. It's literally this big, and it's like it's a monster Cinco. And I have yet to throw those, but I plan on doing that eventually. We have 4 watching. What's up, guys? Thank you so much for watching the live stream. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. But do you throw any jigs or anything like that?
Yeah, sometimes. Like Jake Grubs.
Yeah, definitely, dude. Definitely.
Mostly, I don't really like to use the light colored ones. Makes them pops out in the water.
Can you turn your audio up, possibly? Can't hear you too well. There you go.
Yeah.
But what was that you said before?
Oh yeah, I like to use like like light colors because they pop out in the water.
Definitely, dude. Definitely. Um, I like the it looks like a watermelon with red flake. I was starting around that type color of Cinca recently, and man, I've been crushing them left and right. So definitely gonna get a video up soon. I actually have a golf course pond video I'm gonna edit right after this video and hopefully get it up tomorrow or Friday. So stay tuned for that also. And we catch like 10 bass. So, nothing too big, but decent enough.
Yeah.
Do you ever go on golf courses?
No, because ones down here won't let you fish on them.
What, the owners?
Yeah.
Really?
Mhm.
You don't ask permission, or you just fish them and don't ask permission?
If you ask permission, they say no.
Huh. Well, just go at night. I didn't say that.
Trespassing.
I'll have to edit that out. No, I'm just kidding. But see, the pond owners around here are pretty cool. Like the golf course owners. If you're not disturbing the golfers, when I recently went to the one golf course, golfers are asking me how I'm doing, and I just say good. Just go watch out for those balls when they're flying past your head. Uh, could zing you in the head. You all right over there?
Yeah. Trying to figure something out.
Best Fishing Productions. You should join the live stream. I'm actually gonna send them an invite. There we go. If you guys would like to join the live stream, I can send you a message and definitely get on it if you guys want to join. Hey, Hook Them Fish. I'm gonna send him an invite too while I'm at it.
Hello, Hooked and Fish.
Hook Them Fish is awesome. But I definitely am gonna get some more videos and it's gonna be awesome. Definitely get more content out to you guys. So, my favorite spawn time bait would probably be a craw. Throw it in the bed, piss the fish off, and you know, try to get them to bite. And when they bite, sometimes they hit it and they just nudge it. So when they actually do pick it up, set that hook immediately and get that fish. I actually was throwing around this. It's a Yum Mighty Craw 3.25 inch, which I ripped the appendages off, and you can also use these as trailers. But I was throwing that around, and man, I had this big fish. It was like a 6-pounder on it. Hooked it with I put the 4-aught with it, hooked it, came out the water, spit the hook. Man, I was so mad. I didn't get on film because all my batteries died, but man, I'm so mad I missed that fish yesterday. So bummed about it.
Yeah.
I plan on going back. It's kind of cold now. Maybe tomorrow morning I'll go back and try to catch them. Who knows? Also, Dave Dibble said, how have you been doing? I've been doing well, thank you. How have you been doing? And did you hear what happened to Fighting Fish TV? Yes, I have. I have heard what happened to Fighting Fish TV. I'm not gonna make a mean video. It's just, if you don't like the dude, can't like everybody on YouTube, you know, can't like everyone on Facebook, and you can't like everyone on Twitter. You know, if they want to, you know, treat people like crap, you know, they'll they'll hear about it. I mean, I'm not gonna make a video, you know, calling the dude out. He hasn't done anything to me, so you know, why perpetuate something that you know isn't involving me? So that's my issue. But yes, I have seen the videos, and um, you know, if he's gonna talk crap on people, let him talk crap. You know, if he's gonna threaten people, you know, call him out on it. But other than that, I mean, Genuine, have you seen that video?
I've seen all of them, all three.
Oh, there's three now?
Yeah.
I've only seen one. And what is your opinion of that?
He's never done anything to me. Like, we used to be friends and all, but, you know, some people, you think that they're good people, but that's just what they want you to think. Like, they could be horrible people on the inside and just looking good on the outside.
Exactly, exactly. And you know, with this YouTube channel, you know, I'm just in person like I am on the channel. So I mean, like, you know, there's nothing shocking about me personally. But you know, you never know, you know. We're all strangers and, you know, we all become friends, so who knows? But yeah, I mean, I'm not mean to my subscribers, you know. Constructive criticism is always beneficial, I think at least. You know, if you know you see something in my video and you know you want to call me out on it, you know, you won't get a mean reply from me. You know, I'll agree to disagree. You know, if you know, I'm not gonna be all starting an argument over nothing over the internet. You know, that's a waste of time typing or you know all that. You know, so but let's see here. Bass Fishing Productions, join the live stream if you'd like. If you guys would like to join the live stream, I was gonna say the link is in the description, but it isn't. I will be doing a live stream probably this Friday, and the link will be in the description if you would like to join. If you are on my Google Hangouts and would like to join, just send me a message and I will send you the link. Um, there goes my phone. Let's see here. I don't know where Genuine Outdoors went. So, let's see here. Definitely big plans for the channel. Like I said before, April, March, May 16th. I keep saying March. May 16th is my final day in school, so after that, definitely get more content out. I have to edit that video for the golf course fishing, and I will get that out to you guys ASAP. Let's see here. I'm trying to think here. Also, what is your favorite spawn time bait? I'd like to hear from you guys, you know, right down in the description. Let's see here. I also will be doing some videos down in Pittsburgh, so you know, do some city fishing, city limit fishing. I'm currently only 15 miles away from the city of Pittsburgh, so you know, I don't really go down there much to do fishing. I'm usually pond fishing unless I take the boat over to Pittsburgh. But you know, gotta get some more batteries for the GoPro, and you know, they'll last me a whole day because I currently only have 3 batteries, and you know, they only last like an hour each. And I was actually on Andrew Flair's Snapchat. I watched one of his Snapchats, and he had gosh, like God, like 12 batteries, like big battery packs and all that. Once I get that and get some more mounts, for the kayak mount, the boat mount, get some different angles. I might even buy another GoPro. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna get another Hero 4. I might just get a Session, or I might just get a 3 or something like that. To get different angles. But I plan on getting more cameras. And definitely, I have a tripod, but the way I hooked my tripod up, I didn't have um a real stand for the tripod. I put it in the one clip mount and latched it on and used that as my tripod. But it kind of broke, so I have to get another one of those. Hopefully get on Amazon. Also, if you'd like to join the live stream, let me know. I think I might be ending this in the next 10 minutes, so if you have any questions, please ask away. I see a lot of comments on Fighting Fish TV. Yeah, I'll go check out those videos later. But if you guys have any questions, let me know. The next live stream is going to be this Friday, probably, and it's going to be a good one too. Let's see here. I also have some big plans for the next few weeks. I was actually, this past Sunday, I was with the One Cast crew. Fishing is Our Thing, and they are on Facebook. So if you're on Facebook, check them out. They're called One Cast Crew. Fishing is Our Thing. I was helping kids fish, and it was an excellent time. We were at Twin Lakes in Westmoreland, PA, and it was a fantastic time teaching kids how to fish. It's good for young people to come out and, not be on video games and not be texting, not be on computers all the time and, playing games on phones and stuff. It's good to get out and, show them the outdoors. I know a lot of my friends that have children are always, in phones and, they don't camp, they don't go out, they don't, they don't enjoy life. And my parents never took me camping, but I went with friends, and I started fishing when I went to the beach, and I came back and I started fishing, and that's how I started. With a rod, I bought a Zebco 33 and put a pinch weight and a snell hook and a hot dog and cast it on. That's how I started. It's good to help younger people get introduced to fishing. It's definitely good to get people introduced to fishing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was talking about the One Cast crew. Fishing is Our Thing that I was helping out with this Sunday. They have a Facebook group and they are awesome. So if you guys are on Facebook, check them out.
I don't have a Facebook.
All right. But I think that actually the next, let's see what the weather's going to be like. Because I plan on doing a lot of fishing this week, getting a bunch of videos out this week. Or, taking a bunch of videos, not really doing a bunch of videos. Friday is supposed to be 60 and rainy, so I might be doing a live stream this Friday. 7 o'clock. You know what? I might start that one at 7:30. Because I think there's going to be some other YouTubers doing live streams. I haven't really been following other YouTubers. I've been focused more on schoolwork the past few weeks, so that's what I've been doing. But if you guys have any questions, let me know.
Like the hat, is it new? Is all about you.
Yeah, I actually got my loose hat finally. I still got my other hat over there, and I got a few more hats. I actually got this as a rebate, and I plan on getting some shirts also. My friend got LFS, I got an LFS, and my friend actually got a tournament MB, which you get like a, I think it's like a Under Armour shirt type deal. So I definitely plan on getting that also. So it's gonna be pretty sick. Gonna be all loosed out, and yeah, I definitely like to lose. You know, lose is life. Got rep, you know. But the next live stream will be this Friday at 7:30. If you would like to join, shoot me a message on Google Hangouts, on Facebook, or on my YouTube channel. Let me know if you'd like to join. I actually might put the link in the description. You know, to get some more people, it's just gonna be another Q&A. You know, come by, say hi, and you know, get some more people on here. Hopefully, that'd be awesome. But anyways, I think I'm gonna end the live stream here. Subscribe to the channels if you haven't. Hopefully, we can get Carmen on Friday's live stream also. And yeah, get a bunch of people on. That'd be awesome.
I'll probably be there.
Sounds good, Genuine. Sounds good. Also, Genuine Outdoors, he has a channel, so check out his channel. And that's all, folks. You want to say anything, Genuine?
No. I think.
All right, man. All right, thank you guys again for watching, and stay tuned to the channel. More videos coming up. Friday is the next live stream, and subscribe. Thank you again. Peace out.